Yo, it's your guy Bendu Ren.
And your boy SM Young.
The illest Star Wars fans in the galaxy back again with Star Wars Sunday, man.
Ooh, another Sunday.
Yes,
Can't
sir.
get wrong with another Sunday.
Yes, sir. You know, we're gonna talk a couple things today. It's been some little tidbits.
Yeah, we're gonna work our way up high and then start coming down to the lower stuff.
to the bad stuff, to the annoying stuff. So
Yep.
let's start it off right now, man. Yo, Rebels season, what is it? 4?
Season 4.
Four.
I think they might, call it something different.
Word,
maybe.
I feel you.
That'd be cool. Have a Rebels episode too. Nah, but yeah. So Dave Filoni, somebody came out and said that that they were hearing that Rebels would come out with a sequel, and it would have Ahsoka and Sabine in it. So I think the whole entire story would be the search for Ezra. How many seasons would you be able to carry that on?
Probably the first one, honestly. Then the second one, honestly, they should deal with the fallout of maybe the fall of the Empire.
Like,
maybe have it take place before Episode 7, because they can interact with a young Luke Skywalker, but old after Jedi, and Ezra can teach Luke some things, and Luke can teach Ezra some things, and Ahsoka.
One thing that can't be is that Luke can't meet Ahsoka because he only knows her by the books. The books. If you ever see the book of the Jedi that I forget who wrote them. It was like in his perspective. Everything was in Luke's perspective. Like he wrote about the Clone Wars and what he thought about it and what he was told about it and what he read about it. And like Darth Maul and stuff like that and all those people. And he wrote about Ahsoka and he only wrote about exactly, what he knew.
When did he write that though?
Well, it's supposed to be during Episode 8.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they can't meet.
What book was it?
I forget. Star Wars Theory reads them out.
That's so fun, man.
It kind of seals the deal on that.
What the fuck, man? Thanks again, Ryan Johnson. More fucking. See, man, I'm in a ranty mood right now. Like, first you don't give us fucking the big three together. Now we can't even have Luke with it. I'm sorry.
You good.
I
know. We all.
That's so annoying. That literally just pissed me off because it's like, dude, like, okay, we can't even get Ahsoka meeting her master's son. Like, what?
Yeah, that should be something that pops up.
So not only do they not give us the big three coming back together and Han, Leia, and Luke, they literally kill off Han Solo the first movie and then kill Luke the second movie.
That's what I'm saying. They never got to meet up again. They literally split apart and they literally got killed off one by one.
See, and this reeks of Kathleen Kennedy and fucking higher ups at Lucasfilm, because it's like...
You think Iger had something to do with that?
Huh?
Iger?
No, because I think literally I think the way Iger is president in Star Wars is literally Kathleen Kennedy reports to him. Yeah. I don't think he's involved with the everyday running. I would say Alan Horn would know about it before Iger does.
Okay.
Because Alan Horn's in charge of the film, did the Disney film division. But Iger's literally there to write the checks, tell people what to do basically, and fire niggas when they need to get fired. So,
yeah. All right. So
I just wish he would go ahead and fire Kathleen Kennedy because I'm honestly sick. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
After Rise of Skywalker, I'm sick of it. Like, you guys have a perfectly willing to work with you functioning story group there, and Pablo Hidalgo and people like Dave Filoni and now Jon Favreau. It's like I'm sick of these old Hollywood, this old guard of Hollywood that comes in with their dumbass notions of how filmmaking works, and it blows up in their face every time. But the suits keep giving them chance after chance because these trash movies keep making money. Yeah, it's annoying.
Well, that's what it is.
You see it with Suicide Squad. That's why we're getting burnt. I'm sorry to talk about
we shouldn't see the bare minimum come out. We shouldn't see something that we want, but then also see stuff that totally overwhelms the entire movie. Where we're like, dude, like, why did you put that in there? Why? Like, every fan would be like, every fan, and even in Episode 8, most of the fans, and Episode 9 were like, dude, why did you do that? Why? Like, there was no point. Like, you could have definitely, I honestly would have put out Plagueis
Yeah.
Plagueis is back, and start off with Plagueis is back, and everybody be like, "Who's that?"
Yeah, it's like
Well,
you have all these people that want to contribute, and it's like they just continuously like they fall victim to just doing like the stuff people don't want and don't care about, and it's like you see the success of the Mandalorian, but they'll blame that on they just don't like our movies, so that's why they like that. It's like no,
it's not. It's just we're getting what we want to see. You know what we're paying for to see. I didn't pay for Disney Plus to watch The Last Jedi again. No, I watched that one time and I fell asleep halfway through it. And you know what? I watched it 2 times so I can actually finish it, and I couldn't even finish it because my eyes were hurting after a while. But back to Rebels.
yeah.
So, do you think we'll see Kanan Jarrus, the wolf?
That would be cool, or just I would like maybe he is like just a regular Force ghost now.
Yeah.
Like, what if he has the power to like? I don't know. It would be weird because then it would be like, what's the point of him becoming an animal? But it's like he has the power to like jump. His spirit can jump into different animals and shit.
I think him meeting Bendu. Not ever like him meeting Bendu definitely helped him, transfer his body over into something because Dave Filoni loves wolves. That's why he did that.
Oh shit! So I didn't know that. Word.
So I think that a good part of it will definitely cover.
Or they meet the White Wolf.
No.
Witcher.
Yeah, Geralt from Riviera. Well, Riviera. Wow, I couldn't even say that.
Geralt of Riviera.
Yeah, or the butcher of what's his name? Butcher of what?
I forget what it was.
Blackbriar or something like that.
I know I just know he cut somebody's head off and left them fucking stabbed to the door.
So. Oh no, this was before that. We'll talk about that later. I know we're getting all.
But yeah, Rebels, man. The way it left off, it was such a cliffhanger. Like, they're going out to find Ezra.
And he took Thrawn. He took Thrawn with him,
bro. Like, I just want to see kind of like maybe Thrawn is one of the people that spearheads the, I guess now that, Rise of Skywalker's out, spearheads the return of Palpatine. Because they went to the unknown regions. That's where Palpatine was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if shoot, man, like, yeah, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. He was one of the people that spearheaded that.
Could be, but, Thrawn doesn't like Palpatine, nor did he like Vader.
Very true.
I
thought he respected Vader.
He respected Vader, but he also trolled him on being Anakin Skywalker.
Bro,
every time he could get, bro.
And Vader was like, it got to the point where if that was anybody else but Thrawn, Vader would have killed that nigga right then and there.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, he had the balls to say this. Like,
yeah, I can't do that. Everybody else that got the balls literally got force choke, and then their colors truly showed. So, what do you think should be the outcome of this story? What are we looking to see?
I would like a similar way Watchmen went, where it's like a one and done.
One and done.
I wouldn't want a continuous season. Like, I would want this to spin off. Like, I want to see these characters, and this is why I got so mad about the Ahsoka and Luke thing. I want to see these characters interact with the legacy characters.
Yes.
I feel like the legacy characters should thrive in animation now. They're gone. They're basically all dead except for Lando. So let them live in animation.
What if
even somebody like Rey or Finn, Poe, like all these characters they can interact with now.
Yeah. What if they find Ezra and they go back to Mandalore and they see Gren or Moff Gideon literally like purging Mandalore, like they were there for that, and Bo-Katan dies because the only way he could have got that Darksaber was from
Bo-Katan.
Yeah. So it's either she lost it and couldn't get it back, or she died, and I'm gonna point towards she died.
She died.
Yeah.
She did. The captain did.
Yeah, but Bo-Katan was probably one of my favorite characters I actually wanted to see in live action.
Facts.
She, especially because the fact is that she went. I'm not bound to you, Maul.
You might see her live action in a flashback.
And
Obi-Wan?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for Duchess.
Yeah, Duchess Satine.
Yeah, because that's her sister, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that one post. Somebody keeps posting it on Instagram where it's like, it's like I lost him, and it's like Obi-Wan holding Qui-Gon, and then it's like, but I had you, and then it's Obi-Wan looking at Anakin again, and then it's like I lost her, and he's holding Duchess Satine the same way that he was holding Qui-Gon, and then it's like, but I had you still, and it's him and Anakin standing in the elevator,
And then I lost you.
and then but it said I wasn't prepared to lose you too, and it's literally dude, it was like every time I read it, I'm like, yo, that gets me kind of, yo, yeah.
Yeah, that dude, like, that's a relationship I wish they would have expounded upon more. Like, it's a YouTube page out there, Thor Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He does like alternative history, Star Wars stories and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he did one about Obi-Wan and Satine. So, dog.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fire.
You know, we didn't know anything about their relationship before Clone Wars. It would have been nice to see that, you know, something like a flashback. Mm-hmm. It would be awesome to see, you know, young Obi-Wan in animation. That'd be awesome. I kind of wanted to see that. Just like, you know, young Anakin Skywalker. Like, I thought they were going to start off the Clone Wars, the movie, with Anakin still having his little ponytail, his
Padawan tail,
yeah,
the Padawan
Padawan rat tail. But yeah, can't always get what we want.
Yeah, like I'm just expecting, like, I'm waiting for, like, The Mandalorian was kind of it for me, but it didn't focus on the Force because, you know, like, I'm more into the Force side of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I think Rebels is going to be that thing that fully kicks me back into Star Wars, kind of like.
Okay, yeah.
Because The Mandalorian gave me that feeling of Star Wars, but it didn't, like, kick me back to where every day, like, I'm craving Star Wars.
Yeah,
you feel me?
You know what really put me back into Star Wars for a good amount of time? That moment when Jen Erso said, "May the Force be with you."
Facts, though.
I was like, bro, and then you gave me that Vader comic where he was going ham on people, like, literally he was, like, going crazy in the comic. I was like, dude, I'm back in the Star Wars mode.
Thanks.
Episode 8 came out. I'm like, oh damn, trying to light
All
that fire.
Marvel, I guess I'm back over here now, guys.
So what's next on the list?
What do you want to talk about next? You want to go bad now?
Are we ending with good then? Or
Still going bad on them anyway.
All right, Drake.
Let's talk about Drake.
No.
Drake.
It's a Star Wars Sunday.
All right, man. Not Drake. Drake Mondays or Sundays, whatever. Oh man, we gotta talk about this JJ situation, man.
All right, yeah.
This shit is messy.
So, do you know exactly what he said?
Well, it's not necessarily he didn't say anything. There was a leak that came out from, like, some Reddit page or some shit like that. But they've been correct. They were correct about the Star Wars leaks that came out for The Rise of Skywalker. And basically what they're saying is that JJ got Zack Snyder, basically. Like, they came in, like, edited some of the film, like, cut a lot of shit out. Even, like, it got to a point where, like, they said JJ was literally watching the cut of the film before it came out. And he was just, like, laughing at that shit because he was mad that they put that scene in there when he didn't want it in there.
Yeah.
But it's like...
Do you know what was cut and what wasn't?
I know they cut down a lot of the Kylo stuff in the beginning.
Okay.
With him, you said he was on
Mustafar, yeah.
Yeah, they cut down a lot of that, a lot of the scenes from that. The ending was slightly different. Like, I forget exactly how the dude said. Like, I didn't read the whole post. Like, I literally just read.
Or a beam of light shooting the ray and then she explode.
I wish, man. It definitely definitively confirmed Finn is not only Force sensitive but a Force user. Like, full-on Force user. He, like, used.
Why couldn't we keep that? Disney? Question mark.
Yeah, it was a lot of things they changed, but it more so came down to a battle of, like, creativity with JJ. It even got to the point where it was like, he was like, why don't you just, like, say this film was directed by the heads of Lucasfilm? Like, he was screaming that in the conference room at them because they literally kept coming in changing shit. Yeah.
Disney, get your shit straight. Stop being little bitches.
Y'all looking like DC out here.
Yeah, I know. Looking like Warner Brothers, and looking like Fox. Dude,
Yeah.
you might as well start putting X-Men in the Star Wars films now, because apparently that's the way we're gonna run shit.
Bro, you know what? I kind of want Disney to fuck up Star Wars. You know why?
Why?
Because then Guardians gonna come in and save it. They're gonna cross that shit over with Guardians, bro. You see Peter Quill just pop up like, "Hey guys, you need help?"
Rubber band starts and jam. Doom, doom, doom.
Why better prepare yourself for the rubber band? Man, that's my shit, bro.
Yeah.
Sing it, Drax. That nigga was knocked the fuck out.
But yeah, it shouldn't be ending on this note with a blame game. That's what I said. I told Caleb here that we shouldn't have to be in this type of situation. We talked about this, and back when they were doing Fantastic Four. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about how when stuff starts getting botched up. Yeah.
That's actually why he ended up not directing that Boba Fett movie.
Yeah. See, well, because that is a scary thing where where some director wants his vision, and it started off with George Lucas, one guy, and he got help from other people. Yeah, we understand that, but his vision was on the board.
Oh, yeah.
So if JJ wanted to do his vision, other people wanted to chip in, that's fine, but the problem really starts with having another director direct the movie in the trilogy, because that totally just everything that JJ felt like he was setting up went out the door, and somebody else went in, and started doing everything, and then he came back and he went back to his house and was like, "Yo, somebody trashed my house." Yeah. Like, it's basically how it is.
Well, I think it's more so. I don't think it's more so the different directors. I think it's more so that they didn't have a vision on where they wanted to go.
Yeah, they should have came together.
The original trilogy had different directors. George Lucas directed the first one. Irving Kershner directed the second one. Empire, I forget who directed it. I always forget that motherfucker's name.
Yeah.
But it was still George Lucas had basically the story notes and points of where he wanted it to go.
Yeah.
And the directors went according to that. Whereas like Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm was just like, all right, JJ, you did your shit. Rian Johnson, come in and do what you want.
Yeah.
And
This is not baseball. This is not, hey, you're up to bat. Yeah. No, this is not how it goes, because we don't want to see strikeouts, all right? We don't want to see that in the movie theaters, okay? That's something that we want you to keep that in your pocket, because we don't want to see it, all right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to see success in the Star Wars industry, because, look at Toys R Us, man. Toys R Us, man, I was working at the last days of Toys R Us. And you know what? Most of the stuff got thrown out was Star Wars stuff. Star Wars.
That's sad.
Yeah. And that's not just, the Star Wars name brand's fault. Of course, most of the part is. But it's also some of the parts of, the toy companies as well, making these crappy toys for kids that, not going to interest kids in getting them. But also it's because you're not telling compelling stories for kids to be like, yo, I want to be just like Finn. Yeah. I want to be waving around a lightsaber just like Finn does, I want to see Kylo. I want to be just like Kylo Ren, because, we all make bad mistakes, but you know what? In the end, we can be redeemed. That's what I like about Darth Vader, man. Darth Vader's probably one of my favorite characters besides Malgus, man. I love Malgus because he was like a human punching bag. But, I want to see characters make it. Everybody wants to be like the Mandalorian now, because you know what? The Mandalorian is actually a good character.
He's actually cool.
Yeah, he's actually something that, we want to see more of. When you have people literally in the first movie telling you we don't want to see another part of Rey, because the fact is we don't like her as a character, there's a problem. You're not doing something right. All right?
Well, I think that's more so because JJ had a plan for her.
I feel like she was gonna be a Skywalker instead, originally.
I think she might have been a Kenobi.
That would have been dope. That's what I'm saying. I didn't like her, and I'm gonna take everything I took back from the last review, and I'm gonna punch it, because I feel like everything I just said before that was stupid. I wanted her not to be a Palpatine. That would have totally made it awesome. Because
I wanted her to be a Palpatine, but I wanted her to be evil by the end of the trilogy.
Yeah, but no, it would have been dope if she was a Kenobi. And then you have Ben Solo working together, and guess what? Boom, boom. Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi, their ancestors, fighting together.
Yeah.
It would have been dope, you know. But
Yeah.
no, we had Palpatine and Anakin's grandkids.
And the whole dichotomy of like of her being a Palpatine could have worked if we've been saying, if JJ was there for the second film, or if his notes were followed. Because even when going back to reports before, it was like Rian Johnson just came in and basically like threw his notes out the window. It was like, yeah, fuck your notes, bro.
Yeah,
I'm doing what I want to do.
Trash.
And that's why JJ didn't like him coming in, because it's not about that he didn't want to, that he didn't, because a lot of, like George, like people like to defend George for getting mad at the sequel trilogy now. When it's like, George isn't mad that these movies are turning out trash. George is mad because he wasn't involved in it.
Yeah, you ever seen that video of George Lucas when he was meeting with the people for Robot Chicken?
I did not.
Bro. So they were in a meeting, and it was with Seth Green and the other guy that worked on Robot Chicken with him. And they were like, yo, so since you made Mara Jade, and George was like, I didn't make Mara Jade. And he's like, get out now. And he walks up to the dude, smacks him in the back of the head. He's like, get out right now. Yeah, dude. Dude, I was laughing so hard because I was
he
like,
joking or was he serious?
no, he was being dead serious.
Oh,
He's like, I don't know the dude. He's like, I don't want him in here anymore. And I was like, whoa. I was like,
George?
Yeah, bro. Well, I'll show you the video after. If you ever get a chance, look it up, guys. I watched George Lucas smack somebody in the back of the dome just for the fun of it.
Wow. So, see, I would have fucked that nigga up.
But he was livid because he's like, I didn't make Mara Jade.
Yeah, we know, because
Yeah.
you make not good characters.
Yeah. Come on, Luke Skywalker was an awesome character.
But that's with collaboration. We saw what happened when he was allowed to just have full reign and nobody check him.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. That's honestly my big thing with people that shit on the sequel trilogy. Like, you guys are shitting on the sequel trilogy and praising George like he didn't make the prequels.
Yeah, like he did. Well, episode 3 is probably one of my favorites. That's the only one that and I like the ending of Phantom Menace. The beginning is probably like, trying to drink glass shards. Because I'm like, man, no wonder why this kid hates sand, bro. I see too much of it.
Only one I could really do, I can do Revenge of the Sith. But the anti-cheese edit, have you ever seen those on YouTube? They literally have the anti-cheese edits of the prequels, bro. So literally, I think Phantom Menace, like Jar Jar is just completely gone, and they re-edit the film and all this. Bro, it's dope as fuck.
Bro, I've been awesome. That scene at the end of episode 3 where it's like basically wrapping up, and you see like Luke Skywalker being handed over to Owen Lars and stuff like that.
Yeah. What
if they had on Coruscant, literally in the middle of a courtyard, Jar Jar Binks being hung?
That would be so amazing, man.
Yo, like
if only Ray could be there too.
Public execution. Public execution.
Public execution. Ah, man. If only Ray could be there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like with me, like that's why I'm like, I literally laugh at people that comment that I see online and shit, because it's like y'all are like praising George like this nigga didn't. I think the prequels are worse than the sequel trilogy. Honestly.
Had a better closure out.
The Rise of Skywalker is better than Revenge of the Sith, bro. I'm sorry. It is. It is. It is. Like, fucking...
I don't know.
Last Jedi...
I think Ewan McGregor is definitely a better actor than Adam Driver. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
No. Than Adam Driver? Nah.
We'll bring out what else?
Marriage Story.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Marriage Story. Yeah.
Black Klansman.
Okay.
Adam Driver's world class, bro.
Big Fish. Tim Burton.
Who?
Ewan McGregor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying Ewan's not a good actor. He's a
good actor. I like him better than fucking Adam Driver. Adam Driver and him are like, my favorite Star Wars actors besides Mark Hamill.
Adam Driver's next level, bro. I'm telling you. He's next level.
But, But...
Like with Ewan,
I can't say Rise of Skywalker.
Even with Ewan, bro, Ewan McGregor has some cheesy bad acting moments in Star Wars. Like people don't be like this is your lightsaber. You protect it with your life.
Yeah, but that was episode 2.
Do you understand me, Anakin?
Episode 2 was obviously wonky.
Good, Anakin. Very good. Like what?
I think he
then he was like, I'm going to be leaving Coruscant now. Be well, brother. Stares at him intently.
Yeah.
But Adam Driver to me did not have a bad scene at all, acting wise, in the sequel trilogy at all. At all.
You think?
At all, bro. Rewatch The Last Jedi and take away your bias and watch it as an actor and performing wise. Bro, he's a lot. Even Daisy Ridley, bro. The actors are phenomenal. It's really what people's problems with it are the story. To me, that's the difference between the prequels and this trilogy, is that it's the story. Like with the prequels, it's the story and the acting and just the writing, everything. With this trilogy, it's more so just the story. Even some of the writing is good in it for the characters. Like Last Jedi, every scene between Kylo and Rey, fire.
Even the Ben Swallow scene where he's shirtless.
I mean, they threw that in there for the girls, man. They gonna do it for the girls. You know, they got
but
got the little white girls watching. They're like, oh my god, Adam Driver's so hot. Like
he looked like a holiday ham with a fucking pair of pants on.
Adam Driver's just weird. You feel me? He's a very weird dude. Like
man.
They try to make him in that movie. They try to make him like this like kind of sex symbol, and it didn't work out. Yeah, and it's like because
you have better luck making General Grievous a sex symbol.
I didn't know he was a fucking Marine too.
Yeah, dude, you didn't know that?
I did not know that. No,
dude, his picture is crazy.
Crazy, bro. He looks like a fucking school shooter. He kind of does, just a little bit. No, we're good. Just a little bit.
Cut that out.
But nah, man, Adam Driver, dude. Like I said, to me, he does not have a bad acted scene. And now you can talk about the way the character, the way they took the character.
Oh yeah.
But even the scenes when with him in the throne room when he was trying to turn Rey, to me that was some of the best shit he did. When it was the fight between him and Luke, well, force projection Luke, but him and Luke, he was riding a fine line. Like that could have been bad. Like the way he was acting and screaming it, that could have been bad. Just like imagine Hayden Christensen trying to do something like that. Yeah. That would have been bad, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
So, question here.
He actually did. He did do it bad.
Right,
Hayden Christensen, you came here to kill me, liar! Like, I'm scratching my head the whole time. Like,
so how many times are you gonna watch Rise of Skywalker after this?
After this, I might watch it 2 more times. Honestly.
How many times did you see Revenge of the Sith?
But that's different. It's been around for years, bro. I literally saw that when I was like younger. Like
in your lifetime, how many times do you think you're gonna watch The Rise of Skywalker?
In my lifetime, a lot. I'm gonna say a lot.
A lot?
Because I'm gonna go back and revisit.
How many times are you gonna watch The Last Jedi?
Probably more. I've actually rewatched it like 4 times.
You like it like that?
Yeah. Literally, I skip all the other shit and just stick to the shit with Kylo and Rey.
That's what I'm saying. Like it should have just been a story of Kylo and Rey. To be honest, it should have all that medium stuff like in between. Like it should have never been like that. Like they should have never made it out to be like.
And I know this is controversial.
What's that?
I was fine with Luke Skywalker the way he was portrayed, up until the point when Leia was in trouble and she was about to die, and that nigga didn't go.
Yeah, I honestly, I feel like Darth Vader's Force Ghost would have came out and started beating him over the head. Like, you better go apologize to my kid.
Like, that's not Luke, bro. Like, especially, nah, fuck that. I don't care what Rian Johnson tries to say, how downtrodden and beaten down. That's his sister,
that's
bro.
What I'm saying. Look it.
And then on top of that, we find out in Rise of Skywalker that he trained her as a Jedi. Nah, nigga, he not staying on that island, bro.
You know, they actually trained for 1 year. 1 year on Endor.
Him and Leia?
Only 1 year. On Ajon Kloss, where Rey trained. Wow. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And it was the same year that on the Battle of the same year as the Battle of Endor.
Oh, so Ben wasn't born yet.
Ben was not born yet. That's why you don't see. That's why she's. I think she gave up the life of trying to be a Jedi or anything like that.
Because she got pregnant.
Because she got pregnant. Maybe she. Maybe Luke finally told her.
Oh no! Yeah, because she got pregnant. Because Kylo's 30 in the universe.
But he was born 5 years after the
You
Battle
sure?
of Endor. Yep, I looked at it.
Oh,
It's actually in the book. The book I keep telling you about, the Rise of Skywalker Encyclopedia, or the Visual Dictionary.
Oh, okay, I know. Yeah.
So they actually pointed to that one girl that was a stormtrooper to be Lando's daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They cut that out. That was what they cut out too with JJ.
They should have. This is stuff they,
Yeah.
I feel like they just cut stuff out now.
I believe they even had more explainer for Palpatine as well.
Yeah.
And I believe his
It's supposed to be more exposition.
Yeah. And explainer for basically so he didn't do the big paging whole galaxy. My name is Sheev Palpatine and I'm back.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. Apparently it was a specific message.
The Senate.
I am the Senate.
Yeah.
Unlimited power. That's Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, let's not bring the guy who killed the black dude in episode 3 back.
He had it coming, nigga. Anakin told him, stop, bro. This ain't the technically Anakin did the right thing by stopping him. It's just that when he turned into Darth Vader, obviously that was the bad thing.
Yeah.
And then he kind of killed your master after.
It was bro, come on, you just literally told him that's not the Jedi way, and then just turned into a Sith 5 seconds later.
Exactly. And then
that's not the Jedi way either.
Let's be real. Anakin really fuck with Mace like that, yo. If Mace is gone, his life would be a lot easier.
Mace did definitely make it hard on Anakin.
Mace
Mace really felt like that gym teacher that you didn't like.
Bro.
That tried to make you run 10
I guarantee
laps.
you Mace knew he was fucking Padme, bro. Mace is that nigga as soon as Anakin got done waxing Padme down in her office, he walk out. This nigga Mace leaning up against the wall I know what you doing, nigga. He that nigga.
I smell that.
I smell. Pussy juice.
What kind of audience do we have? I don't know.
I felt a disturbance in the force.
In my nose.
Were you guys doing death sticks in there and fucking? Absolutely not, master.
Yeah. I feel like
he wipes it away from his nose.
What if Mace was really envious about that? He knew. He was like, I saw it in a vision. Yeah.
But what if Mace was jealous because he couldn't fuck, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
That's why the Jedi should be able to fuck, bro. Yo, look, bottom line, Anakin would never have turned into Vader if they were
they're basically priests.
Padme, bro.
They're basically priests, man.
I believe priests should fuck. Why do you think they running around fucking little boys all the time? All right, all right. Star Wars.
All right, we're back to Star Wars.
But all right, I'll take it away from that. Let's be real though. If the Jedi were allowed to fuck, Anakin would have never became Vader. He would have never turned against the Jedi Order.
Bruh. And that's where Luke, in the expanding universe is better than the Luke that we got in the movies, man. Because I feel like he saw everything that the reason why his father turned to the dark side, He cut all that stuff out from the Jedi Order that he made in the expanding universe. He literally said, you can have relationships. You can, go do what you want. You can go study. I'm all gone. You can go study the dark side if you want to, but do it at your own risk. It's not something that I'm gonna forbid you by. But at the same time, you don't have to wear Jedi robes either. You never had to wear Jedi robes unless it was in a ceremony.
Really?
Straight up.
That's lit.
That's why Kyle Katarn dressed up like Kanan Jarrus did.
That's lit.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like that's why I don't like the Skywalker that we got, because I feel like in the expanded universe we got a better Skywalker.
Dude, even that scene, bro. You know the scene I'm talking about. That scene was so funny.
What's that?
The Force, you feel it? Yeah, I feel it. It just smacks the shit out of her. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, the way my perverted mind works, when he said, "Do you feel it?" My mind was
I feel like they were really trying to go for a Mr. Miyagi with him.
Yeah, that shit was so hilarious, bro. He just smacked the shit out of her when he's like, "No, that's not the Force."
Yeah.
And Mark Hamill just sells it. Mark Hamill's funny as shit naturally, so it's that nigga was letting Ryan Johnson know he did not fuck with that shit. Though, remember that shit?
Yeah.
When he was on the press run, he was like, "Dog." He was like, Disney had to literally step in and tell him basically to shut the fuck up. Yo, you can't shit on our movie before it comes out, bro.
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. Even Mark Hamill was kind of disappointed with that, and I feel bad because Mark Hamill really didn't get the shot that he needed,
And I didn't feel like they I didn't get the closure with Luke that I wanted. You feel me?
What's up with Luke? Like, you know,
Like it felt rushed.
it felt
man.
yeah, it definitely felt. That's what I'm saying. Like even with the comic books finally explained like what killed him, and it was like, oh well, he connected himself back to the Force. Well, you're telling me that, you know, anybody that gets cut off from the Force and brings back to the Force die instantaneously? You know, and that's another thing we were talking about was, you know, with Luke, you know, not going after Leia. You're telling me that you're not going to go after Leia when Han risked his life to go out in Hoth when it's about to be a blizzard outside
To save your life?
to save your life, and you're not going to go save your sister. Han Solo only knew you for one whole movie, bro. Like, dude, like it's unbelievable.
Han sacrificed his life to fix your shit. Mm-hmm. Like, if you really think about it, Luke ruined their marriage. That's more than likely why him and Leia weren't together.
Yeah.
Pushed their son away because of his insecurities, and then it's like, and then on top of that, you're gonna cap it off like Han had the balls to go out there and sacrifice his life to save his son. And you can't do that to save your sister, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I feel. I feel like they put a lot of the blame on him, you know, and that's why, like I said, I like the Luke from the expanded universe, because the Luke from the expanded universe fixed the problems that he saw coming. You know,
Yeah.
he tried. You know, he had the power to do that. You know, it was called free will. You know, I feel like in this, he just felt a little bit too like a one-sided, you know, slope that was going downhill. And I don't want to see Luke like that.
Slope or Snoke?
Snoke.
Yeah, that would have been, and that's another thing too, man. Snoke
Could have definitely been a lot more.
he was supposed to be the original villain.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't care if it wasn't Plagueis. I don't care if it was. It would have been awesome if he was an ancient Sith that was from the unknown regions. That would have been awesome. You know, from the Old Republic. You know, watching literally like it would have been awesome to see Snoke literally forming clouds around the universe. You know, and closing his grasp. You know, and literally watching Palpatine, this little speck of, you know, dark side in the universe. Like, dude, like an Abeloth kind of character. You know who Abeloth is?
no.
She is the mother of the father. I mean, not the father. The mother of the son and the daughter on Mortis. Yeah. And Luke Skywalker faced up against her. Yeah.
In what material?
In
What
the
book?
expanded universe, bro.
Is it not canon no more?
It's not canon no more. So we don't even know if there's a mother anymore. And that's what we never will, because we never will get that, because Luke is dead. And
It's gonna be Rey.
that's what I'm saying.
Rey
Like,
fights the mother.
Snoke would have been dope if he was a character more than just a dark side user.
You ready for this? You ready for this? Rey fights the mother and awakens her inner woman, realizing that God is woman, and they embrace each other in a feminine hug.
Oh, like that. No, you know what would have been dope though if Snoke was the brother though
That would have been
from
lit.
Mortis. Yeah.
That would have been lit.
And he-
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, see, like something
Yeah.
like that, dude. I didn't want Palpatine.
And what if Rey was his sister? Was the reincarnation of the sister?
Dude, that would have been dope. And they were literally like human reincarnates of the brother and the sister. Yeah.
Kylo was the
And Kylo was the new chosen one
God.
that was supposed to take the father's place.
What if
because
that was what JJ was doing?
That would have been dope. That would have been so. I would be like, yo, JJ, you need to tell Disney to retcon all the movies, bro. Bring that back around. Run it back, because, dude, that would have been so awesome. Because, you know, you got to think, who was Anakin's spot that he was supposed to take?
Oh yeah, the father.
He was supposed to take the father's place.
Yeah.
The sister, the brother. Literally all come back, and it's all full circle again, man. That would have been so dope. It would have been another, and they took it. What if the ending fight scene was back on Mortis?
Yeah. And Ahsoka showed up.
Oh, and Ahsoka showed up. Oh,
And that would have made sense to her.
and
voice
Ezra,
was-
and Ezra shows up too. That would have been dope. That would have been dope, yo. It was like Ezra knew about everything that Snoke was doing in the background. He was like, yo, he's like, Snoke is not who you think he is, Kylo. He's like, you know, he's literally the brother off of Mortis. He's like your grandfather ran into him back on Mortis. He just didn't remember, you know. And he's like, I seen it all, you know, because he went into the world between worlds, and he does it again. That would have been dope. You know.
Oh my god,
Dude, it would have been like that's what I'm saying.
Sick.
If we're coming up stuff right here off the spot, why can't Disney come up with something cool like that?
Y'all literally pay people to sit in a room all day and figure this shit out. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing this for free.
Yeah.
Like, giving y'all shit. But they're not going to take it because
Yeah.
they're...
Well, that's what it is. You know, like we said before, Kathleen Kennedy believes that there's no such thing as the expanded universe.
Cunt! I'm sorry. I just got mad. I had a momentary moment of rage right there. Because it's like literally just the more I think about shit, man, it's like, oh my God, y'all literally have all this expanded material.
That's what I'm saying. And
for
even
you to say that we don't have anything to pull from, like, go fuck yourself firmly. Bob Iger needs to fire you. I hope he fires you in the most embarrassing way possible.
And it would have been dope because there'd have been a reason to bring back Ewan McGregor for The Rise of Skywalker. You know, it would have been a perfect reason to bring back Hayden Christensen. You know, and the girl that plays Ahsoka, you know.
Yeah, Ashley Eckstein.
Even if it wasn't the girl that plays Ahsoka, you know, get somebody that, you know, looks like her.
If we're gonna get older Ahsoka, I'm still
Well, yeah, no, older,
Dawson.
older Ahsoka, but younger Ahsoka, you know, have like a kid playing her, you know, and have her voiced over by the girl that does the voice for Ahsoka. That would have been dope, you know, and it would have been a A-okay. You know, we would have definitely. I feel like if we're coming up with stuff right now, then I feel like, you know, everything that they did for the sequel trilogy was just super half-assed. You know? It was a half-assed trilogy. I'm not gonna lie.
It was. But I think, honestly, to be completely honest with you, though, I think give it a couple years, like maybe give it about 10 years. It's gonna be accepted.
Yeah.
Because it happened with the prequels.
Yeah.
This is like literally the same thing that happened with the prequels. That's why I'm not too much hopping on the hate train and everything.
Yeah.
So they're gonna shape. I think they're gonna shape up. I feel like Star Wars knows, like more so than. I feel like Disney understands what they have with Star Wars more so than like WB did with DC.
Oh yeah, well, look at what DC and stuff like that. You know, they came out with one movie and we're like, oh well, you know, we got a lot of money off of it, but it's not getting too much good reception. Let's just back off.
Yeah.
You know, at least they learned.
Yeah. So.
Well, they didn't really learn because Birds of Prey is still coming out. So what's next on the list? Is that all?
Oh yeah, that's it, man.
How long?
Yeah. We had about 45 minutes now, so.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. You know, I wish we had more to talk about, but you know, it's starting to come to that cold season where you know we're not coming up with too much more information.
I was thinking we should just like, for Clone Wars coming up, we should like just like do like a, I don't know, not necessarily like a season review, like watch every episode from every season, but like a top 10 Clone Wars episodes, like top 5 Rebels episodes or something like that.
Yeah, especially you know. One of my top 5s are definitely in the Mortis, man.
Yeah,
Overlord was definitely awesome because
one of my favorite episodes was Ahsoka on the Run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
dude. Oh man, even that last scene, bro. He's like, Ahsoka, come back. I'm not coming back. Can't wait.
I won't leave you again, Anakin. Then you will die. Then the lightsaber. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, because she like hopped in his face or some shit because he was about to fuck up like Kanan or somebody, and she just like cut. This is in Rebels, not Clone Wars.
Yeah.
She cuts his mask in half, and you just hear his voice, like Clone Wars
so
cartoon Anakin, but mixed with the Vader voice. Oh, so God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I'm not gonna leave you this time. Then you will die. Like,
dude.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Dave Filoni's such a good man.
And then the reveal later on that you find out like Ezra pulled her out, and that's why she didn't die. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he couldn't do it to Kanan, dude.
Oh,
that was so heartbreaking.
Dog,
bro.
that's a top 10 Star Wars moment, bro.
That's what I'm saying. People don't like Rebels.
They sleep on it.
They sleep on it, and that's what I'm saying. They were like, "Oh, dude, the animation's off. You know, it's not as much as." I'm like, bro, you're complaining about the animation for this, but then you're going and watching Star Wars Resistance.
That's just trash. I refuse.
I don't know. I tried to watch it, but I'm like, dude, I can't get myself to watch it because it's just not appealing.
Yeah, I refuse to watch it. But yeah, so I guess that's what we'll do. We'll do like review like top. I guess Clone Wars ran longer, so I guess we could do like a top 10 maybe, and then a top 5 Rebels and Yeah, carried on with that.
Yeah, so this is the news that we got and what we think about it.
Yeah.
And, if you have any questions, put it down in the description. Well, not in the description, down in the comments section.
Yeah, hop in the comment, talk to me, baby.
Yeah. So, we're always looking for new stuff to cover. If you ever hear anything, anything new, just let us know if we don't see it already on, these news sites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah. I'm tweaking right now. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and close it out, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to give you guys a heads up. We've just been having some technical difficulties, so I haven't been able to upload the other Star Wars Sunday episodes to Anchor. So if you're listening on YouTube, they will be going on Anchor soon, which means they will be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any other Google Podcasts, any place really where you can find podcasts, and they're going to be up on there soon. Just bear with us as we go through these technical difficulties, and hop in that Hop in that fucking Filmatic Facebook page and talk to us there as well.
You can even find us on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Filmatic, all the shit. It's on the page. It's already got it linked up.
And we're gonna start working on trying to get merch. So look out for that. And maybe
we got a fresh logo coming soon too.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
And so if you fucking with this podcast format as well, head over to New Wave Studios and peep. The home, the 42 podcast, New Wave Studios is the home of that. So just keep following us on this journey, man. We're gonna keep grinding for y'all, putting in this work. Whether it's 100 million people listening to us or just we love talking about Star Wars, no matter who's listening. So
yeah, and
guys, thank you for tuning in.
And we love our fans, and we want to hear what you have to say. And it's all good.
Yeah.
May the Force be with you.
Peace.